Welcome to your personal minion army that obliterates everything in your path. Hell, it's even so strong that they nerfed the gas arrow, but with a few changes, we made the build even stronger. I've been playing this Witch Infernalist minion build now from level 1 to 55, and I just keep blasting and blasting through the content without any issue. What's the main theme? How do we deal our damage? It's quite simple. We get tons of skeletal snipers that drop gas bombs on our enemy. And with the Hellhound from the Infernalist Ascendancy, they just explode straight away because he ignites everything on touch. On top, we have our skeletal warriors that are carrying around the Infernal Legion support gem, which makes them burn as well. And they walk into and everything just explodes. While pushing through areas, it's just gas bomb, gas bomb, gas bomb, pop, 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 pop. And during a boss fight, or if anything is flame resistance, well, drop the flame ability curse on them, reducing their flame resistance by 33%, and just pop, 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 keep on destroying them. The best part, the skeletal snipers have the corrosion support gem to also break armor of your enemy, making the physical damage you, your minions, everything does even better. And recently, I just picked up the skeletal clerics. They do heal your minions and revive them, which means I have Infernal Legion skeletal warriors that get the life sucked out of them and burn everyone around while they're getting healed completely full. And if you ever feel like your survivability is lacking, don't worry. Grim Feast will have minions die and enemies die and refill your energy with the remnants that they're dropping. This is how the build works in general. Let's go into the details. Skill and support gems, path of building, and especially where to go first, the gear you need and want to make this work, and most importantly, what to take at each step of progression. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. What do you start with? Where do you evolve into? How do you never get stuck? To begin with, skeletal warriors, unearth, snipers, contagion, and for your single target damage, just have a wand with a chaos bolt. That is enough in Act 1 to carry you through until you pick up Bone Storm instead of the chaos bolts. Bone Storm is incredible. It does physical damage and it puts a debuff on the enemy for every projectile of Bone Storm hit, which will then deal bonus damage. These skills will destroy anything in your path, Act 1, Act 2. A final skill you will be adding is a simple flame wall. Why the flame wall? It explodes the gas of your minions until you have the Infernalist dog. This is the easiest way to just do it. Gas bombs from the sky, flame wall, explosion, done. And as long as the flame wall exists, dropping more gas bombs in it will just keep exploding them. Later, as we have the Infernal Hound and also the Infernal Legion support gem, we don't need that anymore. We'll have it automatically explode without the flame wall. Most important support gems for your skeletal snipers are going to be Corrosion for the armor break and also Scattershot. Scattershot makes them shoot 3 arrows instead of 1 arrow. Every single gas bomb you drop is 3 gas bombs, and that's 3 instant explosions instead of 1. I'm currently experimenting with the Heft support gem as well for maximum physical damage. Otherwise, we could be using Feeding Frenzy for 30% more damage, but they also take 20% more damage. As you progress through Act 1 and 2, if you get a skill gem upgrade to a higher level, always go for your sniper, because it reduces the spirit cost and you can get more of them consecutively out. Our skeletal warriors from the beginning on will carry around Meat Shield to make them more sturdy. We get them the elemental army as soon as possible to reduce the elemental damage they take. And as soon as you're able to get Infernal Legion, which is a tier 2 support gem, slam that on. Your Infernal Hound is already igniting and he runs around with Last Gasp to just make him survive even after death a bit longer. Minion Mastery to have him higher level and burn harder. And Maim to actually have the opponents he bites be slowed. Unearth is fantastic to carry you through the early game. With minion instability, you unearth constructs that run in, get killed, explode. Works great. At this point, I'm not using it anymore. I have pretty much stopped using it around level 40 completely, not even making a single minion, because my explosions with the sniper take up all my casting times pretty much. Contagion is a nice stack to have with you. You put it on an enemy and then you can just run in a circle and it takes bonus damage. Even now, I always put it on a boss because it's simply bonus damage. And I put the Hinder support gem on Contagion to slow the enemy's movement speed. I need to run away from an elite that's constantly chasing me and ignoring my minions, just contagium him or have your Infernal Hound bite him and keep running away. The Pain Offering can be used every now and then to stake one of your warriors to boost your archer's damage. It's quite nice to just pump those explosions up. In all honesty, I have it for bossing every now and then, but most of the time that skill is just simply not being used. Recently, around level 50, I picked up the Skeletal Clerics. They will now heal and revive your dudes, and as soon as you have the Skeletal Clerics, your Skeletal Warriors will stop dying. At the current moment, they'll essentially burn down, do a lot of damage, respawn. Burn down, do a lot of damage, respawn. It's worth it, don't worry, especially if you decrease their revive time and just have them pop out faster again. And for our survivability, we have Grim Feast. This one can be picked up very early over Raging Spirits. The Grim Feast has enemies die, drop energy shield remnants that will get your energy shield instantly back up and even overflow against the Act 1 end boss. This has tremendously helped me to not die in the ice in between phase. And now back to Bone Storm. You charge it up, yoink it into your opponent, and it adds that bonus debuff that in the beginning especially gets you tons of damage. Together with the Brutality support gem, it does even more damage, and Arcane Tempo has it cast faster, Arcane Tempo being the most important here. End of the day, I added Minion Pack 2, which does my max life to a minion, but I also do 40% more damage. This truly allows me to yoink high damage hits into enemies, big elites, bosses, to just speed up your progress. And lastly, the Flammability Curse. Now you would say, why don't we take Vulnerability for armor ignoring? Because we already break armor with the gas from the archers. Instead, I'd rather go for Flammability to reduce their fire resistance. Anything that's fire resistant, don't matter, Flammability. I use this for big elites, giant monster packs, and in general for bosses. And because I'm lazy and I don't want to continuously reapply this, it is persistent, 40% longer skill effect duration, and on top Decaying Hacks, it now does also bonus chaos damage over time. Doesn't hurt to just have it chunked down harder. Lastly, Magnified to just make the area a bit bigger to encompass more enemies at the same time. As I said, until you have the Infernal Hound level 25, play the Firewall, then kick it out again and never look back. Now to the path of building. Boost your minions quite significantly, get them up to do more damage and survive more. And then in the beginning, I went over the mana regeneration to never bother with this, and also the increased energy shield, plus minions revive faster. In my current state, I don't need these points anymore, so we have gone over the top instead of through the bottom, because we also needed to reach the right side with 40% more life on your minions, and we'll get revive faster too. Before you go to this cluster on the right side though, rather travel to the left, because on the left side you're getting elemental resistance to your minions, revive faster, and more area of effect, increasing your gas. And afterwards you can take a ton of maximum energy shield bonus. Sure, you will reduce your maximum life, and that's a bit of a bummer, but getting this tons of energy shield to just stay on top, it's too good to say no to. I might consider kicking this out in the long run to just go the short route up, but we also wanted to have the Vile Mending very early for the more maximum minion life. Their life regenerates chaos resistance, and they get even more chaos resistance and take a lot of physical damage as chaos damage, making them surely more tanky. As a gem, we have in even more energy shield, and then we have our energy shield start recharging faster. Because right now it's like 7 seconds or so before it starts recharging. My Grim Remnants start earlier, and it starts just sooner with the Dependable Ward. And then we move all the way upstairs to Minions Have Reduced Reservation, because we don't want them to take up that much spirit, so we can summon more of them, and 20% additional physical damage reduction with a lot of damage, life, and elemental resistance. You generally want them to have a lot of life, because that deals more damage on your Hellhound and on your Infernal Legion. And just as an example, instead of spending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points in here, I could go for 2 points for more attributes, still keep up the path, and maybe take these 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Because this is as well 25% energy shield, but it wouldn't reduce my maximum life. And we do want a lot of maximum life for the Infernalist, as we got the Hellhound with more maximum life on the minions, with more maximum life on me. Then some damage is taking as fire damage and chaos damage. Ultimately, I'm looking to get more spirit, and I'm currently sitting at 1,000 life. That's already a lot of spirit bonus. That spirit gets multiplied upwards with what you have on your wand. If I end up with 1,500 life, which will be easy, divided by 25, we're sitting at 60 more spirit, and my scepter currently has a 38% spirit boost. We're getting another 82.8 spirit. That is 3 more clerics, 3 more archers, 3 skeletal brutes. So damn useful. Now let's talk about our gear. Bonus spirit can be had on your wand, and at some point you gotta stop worrying about the ranks of skeletal warriors. I am currently level 50, and I stopped at this point not looking anymore for bonus skeletal warrior ranks. They're level 12, and if I need more skeletal warriors, I'll just sacrifice 1 or 2 archers to handishly summon them. But I'm actually currently working on skeletal brutes instead of the warriors to shift all my gems from the warriors over to the brutes, as they can do incredible stunts. Bonus spirit is also on your chest, and I finally get this with level 40 around, and you can get it on your amulet too. That's how we can get easy bonus spirit. Otherwise, I've been looking mostly for energy shield like crazy. Maximum energy shield, increased energy shield, and resistances plus attributes on my rings to have me be able to use any support gem. This is 2 energy shield, and even more life and energy shield. We're not checking any kind of armor boxes or evasion or block. I'm just completely sitting with a maximum energy shield and then boosting some of my resistances. Currently, I have a unique helmet that gives me more chaos resistance and consumes corpses for healing that I don't really need because I actually never take life damage. During leveling, most of my gear was just simply picking up the scepters from the ladies to get an upgrade for my rattling scepter, or just simply picking up the white rattling scepters off the ground and consistently turning them into magic items with the Orb of Transmutation. That is truly what has carried me through the game most of the time. To give you an even better feeling for the build and how it works versus bosses, how you play versus bosses, here's the Act 3 boss fight. Enjoy, and don't miss the tips at the end. Take care. Oh, we instant broke his armor. That's amazing. Just poison bomb stacking on him. That was just mean. Oh shit. Who heard you, my friend? Me. I heard you. Okay, that was easy. I'll put my minions all the way to the side again.
You know why we're here. It happened. It cannot be stopped.
No, I will succeed. Let's see you survive this.
Okay, we're instantly breaking his armor again. Okay, I'm not sure what killed me in the end there, though, last time.
Do you truly think you can match me? I cannot allow you to interfere. I plan for every contingency.
Okay. Oh, he went off the robot. Interesting. What's happening here? Reassemble? Oh, what are we doing? Okay, that was
Intellect looks
like everything was fine, and then he just went completely off the charts. He didn't do that last time.
Do you truly think you can match me?
I finally noticed that he actually left the robot, so he's like hovering around the area back there, right?
The destruction of that water will be repaid 1,000-fold. You leave me no choice.
It's easier to just tank it, I guess. Okay. Done. Woo! Let's go!